Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be back with you again today to react to Moon Knight episode 5. And let me tell you, I've been dying to finally react to this episode because I feel like episode 4 basically ripped my brains apart. It was one of the most curious episodes from a series I have ever seen. It blew away everything I thought I knew. I honestly love this plot twist because it suddenly feels like I'm watching a completely different series. Which is a weird situation, but at the same time, I feel it adds to the quality of the show a lot. Because the ability to make you surprised and make you shocked in a weird, captivating way is not very common lately. And I feel like there are not as many TV shows that do that in the right way. So for me, the ending of the last episode was a stroke of genius. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, honestly, I don't want to make a long introduction for now because I told you my opinions about the last episode in my reaction. And now basically I just want to find some answers and find out what is really been happening and what is happening with Steven and Mark. Where are they? What happened to them? Is all of it in their minds basically, or is it happening, in reality? And of course, most of all, what or who or whatever is that hippo, because it left me very confused. They did a great job. It's in a very terrible, very nervous, very nerve-wracking situation. You add that detail that is both terrifying but at the same time very comedic moment. And also Mark and Steven's screams were absolutely genius. Like, I laughed at that scene, but at the same time I was scared for what's about to come. You can clearly see that Stephen Mark's whatever mental state is really deteriorating a lot. And of course that breaks my heart because I truly like both of them. I mean, Stephen is my baby and I love him so much. But I also love Mark and I don't want either of them to suffer. Those are my thoughts right now. As I said, I don't want to make a long introduction. I will talk more about my opinions at the end of this video, so please look forward to that. And for now, let's just get into the reaction. Description there, was very accurate. I feel very confused, and yes, I do feel like all of this situation oscillates or towards nonsense because I really can't, put all the pieces together. I feel like it's a puzzle, We get bits and pieces. Of course, when all of them will come together, this whole situation will make sense. It will reach the truth. Yeah, I feel like right now my mind can't really comprehend what is happening, so I'm not sure exactly what's the truth, what is it really happening here. Try to guess. I feel like it's some kind of a struggle between the personality. Is getting confused, or the body is getting confused and the personalities are starting to mix a little bit, or the personalities are struggling but at the same time they are not able to reach a balance between each other. Yeah, it seems to be, more than anything, an identity crisis, but I don't know, and I do hope that Mark, Steven, any of them doesn't have kind of a serious mental issues. There's definitely these scenes. And what is happening is not random. It is all for us to figure out and to get to know these characters' truths better. What I want to find out now is how much of what Harrow is saying is true. Was all that we saw before product of his imagination, or is he trying to trick him? I have to say I'm really impressed, both by this show and Oscar Isaac's performance. I mean, I honestly have no words for how good he's performing, and especially in those scenes where he has to show all the trauma that he's been through and his mental struggles. It's absolutely amazing. He can play both Steven and Mark and project both of their sufferings and pains in a way that is very individualized and feel empathetic towards both of them. It was. Please respect the species. Before playing this scene that I'm sure is going to be very hilarious, I have to say, I mean, I'm the only one who feels heartbroken right now for Steven and Mark. Look in how much pain he is while they are giving him that injection. I just want all this struggle for him to end, and him to have a little peace of mind. It's just terrible to see him suffer like this. Sort of. I mean, this hippo, I suppose it's a girl, woman, whatever, has such a cute voice. I mean, and she looks like she has a great personality as well. So, sense, nonsense, whatever. I want to see more of her. Wait. I'm very confused, right? This is some kind of afterlife or something like that. Is this hell because he doesn't get a break even in his afterlife? What is this? So between all the afterlife that they are, they just happen to stumble across mental facility one. Why? Unfortunately, by how the things are going now, that might be the truth. Okay, very interesting. She's putting both hearts on the same scale, so I suppose it's kind of a medium between the two of them. I would be curious what would happen if they would weight the hearts separately. Also, it's weird that she's measuring of their hearts together. Shouldn't she weigh them separately? Just a wild guess. Are those all the people that he killed? A child? Really? This is getting worse and worse. Okay. So that's him when he was younger. And wait, that means did he kill his own brother? What? I don't know why, but this scene just got me chills right now, seeing him trying to save his younger self, where Mark's younger self, whatever, knowing because, of course, he's not going to be able to save them. Obviously, the brother is going to die. Just chilling, Steven's struggle and determination. He's trying so much, bless him, bless his heart to this. And this is what, makes me love Steven so much. The fact that he's absolutely kind-hearted, pure human being that always wants the best for everybody. Jesus, what a terrible thing to tell your child. I mean, I know this is a tragedy, but he didn't mean it. He was his brother, and kids simply did stupid things sometimes. I mean, where were you, lady, letting them just wander themselves those dangerous places? I mean, what a terrible thing to do to your own child. I mean, come on, how can you say that? And how can you be so heartless? I mean, yeah, mom clearly had some issues, and I understand all the trauma. The fact that she was mentally unwell after losing her child, but at the same time, yeah, I feel like the father should have got her help, specialized help, because she clearly was traumatizing her older child by putting the blame for his son's death on him all the time. Of course, that was going to screw the child mentally, being blamed like that for something he didn't intend to do. Oh, okay, so this is the moment he meets Khonshu and becomes his avatar. Okay, Also, I have to say this episode should be titled Suffering because I expect this episode to be, very heart-wrenching, but Jesus, the agony. I mean, I don't know how I feel right now. Like, all my body is absolutely frozen. Mark and Steven, and for what has been happening, I don't know how much more can I take for breaking down, and I am just the viewer. You try to put yourself in Steven and Mark's place right now. I feel like be crawling on the floor in pain. It seems like Mark's hiding a secret for Steven, but I don't get it because, those are Steven's memories from when he was young. So technically, how is it possible? I don't really understand it, but clearly the one that has to find the truth is Steven because as Mark seems like he knows all of it already, but that makes me confused because Mark was the one in the facility getting help for his mental state, confusing nonsense from reality. So why now? It seems like Mark already knows what has been happening from the start, what is the truth and what's the cause of it. I mean, and I really don't understand what is he hiding from Steven, but at the same time, I feel like my heart can't really handle it, and I'm sure it's going to be a great reveal, of course. Man, that reaction right there was so, I don't know, I just felt it, in my bones, was so real and so true. The fragility that Oscar Isaac is being able to portray and the way that he portrays Mark's trauma is absolutely haunting. And that makes me terrified to find out what Mark's been hiding. It's like this dark, thing in his past that he's trying so much to bury inside that it is absolutely killing him. Hmm. Okay, so you've arrived at this point that makes me shiver, but at the same time, it's something that, I've started to have in my mind for a little while now. Both of their personalities seems to be merging more and more. So is one of their personalities basically a product of the other? It seems like him, her, or doctor, whatever he is pointing to the fact that one of them is not real, and he seems like he has multiple personalities basically. The point now is discovering, who's the real him, and I'm just, I don't understand very much because we've been going through the series thinking they are both, you know, their own persons. They are just, living in the same body, which was weird from the beginning, but at the same time now I feel it. I mean, I definitely feel that. In a way or in the other, they are not two individual people. This is true, some kind of multiple personalities thing going. It is a multiple personalities thing. I mean, I knew it. It becomes clearer to me, Mark created another reality for him to be able to cope with his day-to-day reality, with the fact that his mother was a bee to him and the trauma that happened, with losing his brother. He did all of this, to guard himself for the grief and the pain and the thing that he couldn't control and he couldn't handle because he was just a kid. So it is clear that he used, all this fake reality to make himself being able to handle what has been happening to him. This is terrible, but at the same time so profound and impactful and such an incredibly good storytelling. Mark created him and basically showed him only the reality that he wanted to show him, a better reality. That's why He doesn't remember his mom, as terrible as she was. Why did they not send her to a mental facility? I mean, this woman, it makes me so mad. Absolutely true. The way he said it was so painful, but so true. Yeah, this is the all the point of him, isn't it? To be a better him, a better Mark, a healthier Mark, but a Mark that didn't have to endure all that trauma and the terrible mother and the terrible pain of losing his brother. Man, absolutely. I don't even know what to say right now, but at the same time, what is going to happen if Steven, as himself, is going to find out and leave those memories? Is he going to disappear? Because basically, there will be no point in him if he is going to share the same pain that Mark felt. I just don't. I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, but it was not his fault. I mean, he didn't do that on purpose. I understand, Stephen. I mean, let's be honest. What he finds out is absolutely, absolutely terrible. But at the same time, I mean, poor Mark. I think it's the first time where I feel way worse for Mark than to Stephen because he had to deal with all of that as himself. And at the same time, he find a way. The only way he could. I mean, he was just a child and he got no help from anybody, not even his father. So what he could do because he's already scarred for life and he probably been worse if he didn't create Steven. I mean, what Steven said is true. He kind of used him as a stress ball, whatever. Steven is his way of coping with what happens to him. And I mean, all of us have our stress ball. I mean, we don't have another personality, well, most of us, but definitely we all, of us who have been through traumatic situations, find at a point or in the other some kind of relief and some kind of safe place in kind of an imaginary world, is something that humans share, I feel. That's why we enjoy watching TV shows, watching theater, watching everything like that. It's not just entertaining, it's a way of escape from our daily life. We lose ourselves in a way or in the other in a different world. And to some point, that is a very healthy thing. You release stress, you make yourself feel better, but yeah, the moment that you have so much trauma that you basically have to live and create another persona and escape completely into a different world is a major problem. Yeah, by the way, I mean, I realized this person that I'm speaking to is not even his mother, so what is that? He just can't cope the truth. I mean, how could he? It is like, any of us would suddenly find out that only thing that is real is not. And his mother, the person that he thinks has been with him from the start, and the person that loves the most suddenly is dead. And she's not even real. I mean, his mother, basically, as he knows her, never existed. I mean, can he accept that in a way or in the other? Once he accepts the truth, I mean, can he exist as a separate person because he's the, innocent, uncorrupted version of Mark, and now finding everything? How is he, different from Mark at all? They really put us through hell this episode, aren't they? Absolutely, I'm so glad Steven said that to him. It's such an incredible change because Mark was always, the stronger one, the mentally strongest, and the one who was in charge. And now suddenly Steven is confronting him, and at the same time, it's so painful because Steven is just a product of his memory, and he, the better part of him, the purest part of himself, comforting him in this moment, and is, I don't know if it's beautiful, if it's sad, if it's heartbreaking. It's all of those things at the same time. Hero Steven, he's adorable. Wait, what, why? I just can't with this episode anymore. What is happening? His face, I can't even look at him. And what is happening? How can he die like that? He's basically Mark. I mean, I don't understand it. Can he help him or create him again? I don't understand what is happening. Did he just die? Well, I mean, I get it. They claim his soul, but I mean, they are, at least somehow the same person. I don't understand. I mean, a way to end it. I really hope there is a way to get him back. I mean, that they just didn't kill my beloved Steven off like that. Why? Why was there, a need for one of them to die? Or is the way that they kind of get reunited in a way? Will we see Steven again? They did not. They did not. They did not just ended the episode like that on me. I mean, the lesson was gorgeous and brilliant and amazing, but at the same time, I really didn't get what else was happening in the end. So is Stephen gone? Was this like the last scene, kind of him getting some peace of mind, or what is happening? Because I'm so disappointing if we lost Steven forever. I don't know. I still have a little bit of hope. I mean, he's so amazing. As I said before, I love Mark, but Steven was my baby, and now I'm not sure how to feel about this episode. It was a brilliant episode, but at the same time, one of the saddest things I watched recently. It's such a beautiful, beautiful, from a psychological point of view, explanation and presentation of trauma and what trauma and pain and suffering can do to you, and the way people find ways to cope with their sadness and difficult moments by escaping in some kind of fantasy, created in the way or in the other, and beautiful interaction between the personalities, let's say. Absolutely brilliant. Oscar Isaac is, I can't really think of anybody more perfect than him, and this episode must have been so tragic to film for him. The expression that he makes, especially for Steve, way that he can see the raw pain in his eyes and in his face. I feel like my heart broke a million times for Steven in this episode. So yeah, I honestly need time to grieve him and for him, for both of them actually, because truly, as Steven said, this was not Mark's fault. He did what he could, to stay alive and to survive. So I feel like, if Steven didn't blame him for it, nobody should blame him for it. So I have to say, what a terrible, terrible mother and father as well. I mean, really, I'm so upset that he did nothing, to help his wife and most of all his child. But yeah, it is what it is. I explained my thought during the episode, so I'm not going to do it again now. But as a conclusion, yeah, a profound, deep, raw presentation of the human mind. Absolutely brilliant, played by Oscar Isaac. I need time to recover for it, honestly. Please tell me your thought, because I really feel this is a very deep episode that is going to impact a lot of people. So what do we feel about this episode? How this episode hit us? Because I really feel like, as it hit me, it must have hit deep, so many people. So I'm curious. Please leave it in the comments, your opinions about where it will go from here. Also, if you like this reaction, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you very soon for episode 6. Until then, wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for watching this reaction. Bye bye, guys.